Right then people, welcome back to another video. This is not the video that I was going to be planning to do. You know I'm in business when I'm actually mic'd up. I got the GoPro in front of me. I've got my phone ready because I've got to show you some stuff. Yeah, I really didn't want to do this video, but yeah, after what happened right at the end, it's very immature. Yeah, some people say, oh, that you shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing this to protect people from getting done over. Bit of a misrepresentation of what you actually get to what you actually see. So, we all know I'm a reseller. I'm not niche. I buy everything. And you know, recently I went to Gullygarms and yeah, I had a great day. I'm not going to say anything bad about Spencer as a person. I think he's still a really nice person, really good lad. You know, he's got a good level of knowledge, obviously, with clothing. And yeah, it's just came to the stage where I got really annoyed with him today. Literally came back from football and I obviously look at my socials and I thought, well, obviously, let's go and have a look at Spencer, what he says on TikTok, because his name is Life of Gully on there if you want to go and watch him. And he did a video about the 10 kilo branded bundle, the one I bought. I did buy it, £130. So people who have said in the comments, oh, you didn't buy that, he gave it you. No, I did buy it because I wouldn't be doing this video now if I bought it. I wouldn't care, would I? So I did this video about the 10k branded bundle, which I had exactly the same. And it was immaculate. It was perfect. It was something that you would expect to get in a bundle. Every piece of clothing was clean, was obviously staged. I actually think it's staged. Like I said, I want you as my loyal subscribers to go and check out the video. Like I said, Life of Gully on TikTok and watch that video. He might delete it, he might not. Depends if he listens, because he doesn't seem to really want to listen to anybody when they give him a voice. I'll tell you a bit more about that. But yeah, literally he was saying how to sell these and how much they're worth, you know, on this bundle. He had like 25 or plus items. I only got 23. 23. So I was like, oh, okay then. Okay, maybe it's because it's got more t-shirts, you know. And every item was immaculate. It's obviously been cleaned because they was all ironed, you know, all nice and neat. No creases in them or nothing, which was obviously mine were. But, you know, I'm not bothered about that. You know, you're supposed to wash them. They do say wash them. These are obviously being washed. They was crisp and clean. Like I said, I'm not lying. Go and look at the video for yourself and then come back if you want and then watch the rest of the video. But yeah, that wasn't the problem. You know, it's just making them look nice. Fine. But the quality of the clothing, what was coming out, was very good. Jordan stuff, Nike hoodies, very good ones as well. Ones that you can fetch a lot of money for. Even though on these videos you say you only can get like 25, I know for a fact some of them hoodies can fetch about 40. I have sold them myself, and I'm not a clothing reseller. Timberland jumpers, which are very sought after, you know. Hugo Boss stuff, Hoodrich, even though people don't like it, it sells. Most of the items were pretty much very good. I mean, very good. You could get 15 plus on every item. There was probably one or two which were maybe 10 quid, I would say, because they were small. But every single item, you would make a good profit of it. I mean, literally, for £130, you would easily be making triple your money on that stuff easily. And it was all crisp, clean, and that was the main problem. I got a bundle. I've got some of the clothing what I showed you, and I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I feel like I was not being honest enough when I was doing the bundle because I didn't want to annoy him. And he's a nice lad. He really is a nice lad. I'm not saying anything bad about him, but I've now seen a different side of him because he's seen my different side. He knew my side. He already knew what I'm like, what my whole channel's about. I do this channel not to moan like some people moan and say, oh, yeah, I'll moan about this. I moan about stuff that matters. Like, I'm the voice of probably a lot of people who maybe don't want to express their feelings. I will moan when somebody's ripping somebody off, then fake sellers, you're getting done over. And I feel like I have been done over. Literally, I feel like I've been done over. I know when you buy these bundles, they're hit and miss. You can get good ones, you can get bad ones, you even get good stuff, but they're all really damaged or they're really small and they're harder to sell. But the thing is, that video looked completely staged and misrepresents the whole point of the bundles. You will not get a bundle like that because I haven't got a bundle like that. If I got a bundle like that, you lot would be saying that is definitely staged. He handpicked them all out for you to make his company look good. And he obviously didn't handpick mine because I got a lot of trash. And literally I got a lot of trash. I've got things I'm going to show you on my phone, voicemails on my phone from him, and how rude he was, basically saying, because I'm not a clothing reseller, I don't know what I'm on about. And that's a bit rude. I've sold multiple pieces of clothing for good high prices. They're all popping around the screen right now. I know how to sell clothes, but I just tend to not do clothing because I know there's a lot of people doing it and it doesn't interest me. I like clothing that I know that I can make a lot of money from or it looks nice, right? Like I got this top on. Yes, it is a bit tight, so don't say anything. It's a medium. I did it for this video. But it's a Vans top and it's got the print on the back, right? People love these sort of t-shirt because of the back prints. Back prints are very popular. I love back prints. When I go shopping or look for a t-shirt, I will buy one if I see a back print and I like it. I picked this up for £1, right? I haven't even researched how much it is. It's a Vans one, so I'm gonna get a good comeback on it. Even though it's a t-shirt, I'm gonna make about 10 to 15 quid. I picked it up for £1. It doesn't make any difference to me. But it's in good condition. I picked it myself. And I'm going to talk about it a bit later about picking stuff compared to these bundles. If you haven't watched the video, like I said, go and watch the video because you might be wondering, okay, then what you want about? Because I cannot physically show you the video. After the discussion, he said that I was horrible. Basically, my attitude was not very good on the videos, and I'm going to prove it was actually quite nice. I was talking to him like this on a voice note, not like shouting at him, saying it was, like, I wasn't doing nothing like that. I was just explaining, and I was trying to help him as well, saying that video is going to cause you a lot of trouble because there's going to be people like myself who have had bundles from you and they're going to say, yeah, but your bundles are not like that, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got to get people looking at that bundle and going, wow, look at them bundles. And they're expecting a bundle like that. And I know for a fact, he cannot produce bundles like that every single time. They hand pick them. I know. They told me. They hand pick things. So they will personally do a bundle for yourself and they'll put a bit of that in, a bit of that in, and be fair, and spread it around because they don't want to be really good on one bundle and really poor on another. So you get a mixture, which is understandable because they don't know what's coming. And then obviously you don't know what's coming. So like I said, it's a bit potluck. But in the video, you've seen it. If you haven't, like I said, go and see. All very desirable pieces of clothing. Very easy to sell. Doesn't matter how much they're worth. Very easy to sell. Look in very good condition. Obviously, he's ironed them to make them look even better, to represent his company. And I don't blame him for trying to big up his company and trying to show people this is what you can get. Because that is what the whole video is about. It's basically showing you what it's all about. It's like me saying now, guys, I'm going to do bundles of cameras. You're going to buy 10 cameras for 100 quid, and they are worth about 60 quid each. You're going to be like, wow, these are amazing, I'm going to buy that. But then you get them, and really, really in bad condition. Probably some of them don't work. You might get one that's going to be good. You might get a couple, but they're a bit really scraggy. You might have to buy batteries. So in the end of the day, the bundle's not really worth it, you know. But I'll keep you there, give you a couple of things just to keep you there, because you know you're going to make your money, and probably, what, maybe 50, 60 quid, 70 quid extra. So you're making money, right? He stated to me that these bundles are not for people who are really going to be like big resellers in clothing. They're for people who are starting out, people who are not as experienced in clothing, and you're not going to make massive amounts on them. But the thing is, why would anybody want to spend £130 on a bundle if you're going to struggle to sell it? We all know as resellers, we want to buy stuff cheap to sell it on for as much profit as we can. You've seen it on my channel, certain stuff that I've picked up for a couple of quid and I've sold it for like 50, 60 quid, you know, and that's what we do. When you buy bundles, you are expecting actually a better deal. Like when I buy bundles of consoles, like them Wii's, I picked up £60 for a bundle of Wii's. And I've made about 300-400 quid from them, because certain games, selling the Wii as a bundle, bits and bobs, I made about 300 or 400 quid from it. That is a good bundle. That's a good deal. And that's what a bundle is. The more you buy, the more you save, the more money you make. Simple as. So obviously when I saw this video, I was fuming. I was like angry. But I thought, because I respect him, I'll send him a voicemail and tell my honest truth. I'm going to play it now. But it really, really annoyed me, because if you got a bundle like mine, and people have commented it, it's not just me saying it. Look at the comments. They have said, loyal subscribers to me, and they're not being like nasty to me. They're just saying their opinion. And I'm thinking, yeah, why haven't I got a bundle like that? I understand it's not going to be perfect, but a bundle like that is like really misleading everybody. And when you sold bundles to somebody like me, which you knew the sort of person that I am like, if something annoys me, I'm going to out it. And I'm outing you now, Spencer. You probably will watch this. You probably won't like it, but you shouldn't be doing this and basically doing videos like you've just done on TikTok, saying this is a bundle, blah, 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 blah. When you know, for the last couple of weeks since I've got this bundle, I've been going on saying it's not very good. It's not very good. 3 or 4 times he said you can send it back again. And it's like very, like, he's not being nasty, but you can't tell by the tone, because we do voicemails to each other. He's not being nasty. He's not saying it in a nasty way, but it's like patronizing. Like, you're not a clothing reseller. I can sell this. I could do this. I could do this. I don't think you could. I really don't think you could. I don't think you could sell these clothes and make 300 quid out of them. I guarantee you couldn't. I said on my video that I could make about 300 and something quid, right? And that was me overinflating. I actually did overinflate some of the prices, because I didn't really look at the quality of the clothing. And the quality of clothing makes a huge difference. So we're going to go to my phone now, because, yeah, I got to show you the messages, the voice notes and all that lot. As you can see, we talk a lot. We are very similar in certain ways, you know. We've had a laugh, take the mick out of things and so on and so on. But when I saw that, I had to give him a voice note, and this is what I said.
Hi mate, I just watched your latest TikTok and I had to stop watching it literally halfway through. You know I'm honest, but that was exactly the same sort of bundle I bought, and that is a massive difference compared to what I paid. That every single one of them pieces of clothing, I don't know if you just done it for the the views or something like that. But that is an amazing bundle compared to what I got. I got nothing
And it
like
is,
that.
if you've watched it.
And you know, I'm respecting that, but that is not realistic compared to what I got. I'm truly honest, being honest. Every single one of them things you showed will sell. I could sell every single one of them, being, you know, very honest. It sort of pissed me off a bit actually, because the quality of my clothing, it's made me angry actually, because it's not a true representative of what I got. Because and this is the first time I've got angry over something, because
That's not me angry.
I looked at every single one of them bits of
Not
clothing,
shouting
and
at all.
every single one of them was something you can sell very, very easily.
Yeah.
I mean, very easily, because they're all very in fashion, modern.
Yeah. Hoodrich,
and
very modern fashion.
What people
Nike's
wear
always
now.
in fashion, isn't it? Lots of things.
Yeah. I got nothing else to say. It's just pissed me off, mate, to be honest.
So that was me sending a voice note. He quickly replied, 10 minutes after, saying, send it back, I'll just refund you, John. Then he says, again, send the label back, just keep it simple. I'm not going to sit here and justify anything really, mate. Don't really want you messaging me like this, so miss me with the energy. Appreciate what you did, but don't message me like this. Honestly, make me the money back on the bundle I sent to you in no time. So he's basically saying he could make the money on that bundle, which you can probably make money on the bundle, but for £130 you want to be making a lot of money. Yeah, even if you're a newbie, you want to be making a lot more money. So just send it back and I'll return the label on Monday. So he said he'll give me the money back. The thing is, I didn't get a receipt. I got no proof of it. I paid cash as well. Then I haven't replied yet. Look, I haven't replied yet. So he's then put this.
I'm just going to say this very quickly, John, and I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Don't message me like that again. Don't talk to me like that. Like, I understand if you're annoyed and if you're unable to sell it. Obviously, you're not a clothing seller and stuff. I just appreciate keeping it sweet and sending it back. But that, to come to me like that after we've met and speak on that way, I'm not even going to reply via a voice note again, because this actually kind of pissed me off that you thought that you could come and speak like this now. Like, this isn't the vibe. Just send it back. I'll send you a return label. I'll still send you the basketball because I'm happy to do that. But yeah, just send the stuff back, mate. Keep it simple. Don't want anything else to do with this. In fact, I'm going to say my piece and then I'm going to be done with this. And I'm sorry, John, but like, this is just not a good vibe for me to go in with. This is not where I sit in my mindful state. And I don't really like being if you're annoyed, understood. But like, clothing, not a clothing seller, all that sort of stuff. Like, I don't like this energy. And like, you can tell by my voice, I don't like this energy. I'm not doing anything with a malicious intent, and I don't do anything to like disappoint anybody. Every bundle is going to be different, and it's all going to be a unique experience.
Which
I know that like, if you've got it on eBay and you've got all that stuff, you might want to run the cycle of it and all that things. But to keep things amicable, which is what I would say is the best way to do, just send me the stuff back, and I'll send you the address. Like, look, I appreciate you doing the video. Appreciate you coming down, all on your own accord, of course, but I'm not here for this energy, mate, and you can miss me completely with it. So send it back. I'll reimburse with the flipping postage and all that stuff. Honestly, I'm happy to do that, but I'm not continuing with this because you've just given me such a bad vibe off this.
So, with that, he sounds angry, doesn't he? Because what I've said is basically true. Like I said, you need to watch the video to understand what I'm on about. It's not a good representation of the company. That if you look at that and then you look at mine, I'm not saying that everybody's has been as bad as mine, but yeah, it feels like it was staged. So I just feel like you're never going to get that, and I know for a fact you can't get that. If he sent 100 of them, then fair play, but no chance. Absolute no chance. Then I got a message saying the Arigretto hoodie, this is the one with the label, obviously the name, and then there's like a little bird in the middle. They do fetch around about 60. I put it on for 100. It's not going to get 100. I just put it on because I'm really, really desperate for like some return. And that's probably the only thing that will probably get me the biggest return. So he's basically said that will fetch coins. But I've just played this voicemail to Marge, which is his mom, and she's pretty shocked by the response. There is no response. This is just me. It's like me showing you lot something, and this is what you're going to get if I sell you this, and then you receive it and it's completely nothing like it. It's okay saying you've got a couple of things. I'm not saying it's all trash, because there's a couple of things that aren't, but most of the stuff is worth less than 15 quid. And also, I've got it on there. You know, it's on Vinted, it's on eBay, and I've just sold one. Literally, it's quite funny because I actually just sold one of them before I did this video, and that's the cargos, which are behind there. Very suspicious about that though. Then I replied back, because when somebody says, just because you don't do something doesn't mean you don't know nothing about it. You don't have to be a certain criteria to be not very good at it, if you know what I mean. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert in everything. I've never ever said that. I've never said I'm an expert. Some people are really, really knowledgeable. It's like me saying I'm an expert at films. I love films. I'm brilliant at pretty much. I can name a lot of films and tell you what about them and everything, and who stars in them and everything. But you go to somebody who's like a professional film reviewer, and they'll know everything about every scene, everything about the history and everything like that. That's a professional. But getting back onto the subject, this is really wiring me up, because he's basically saying, you're not a clothing seller. You ain't got a clue what you're on about. And this is my problem with people who are clothing resellers, who I fell out with before, because they are all clothing resellers. Well, most of them are clothing resellers, and they don't really care about anything about any other people in the reselling world. They're very patronising, and this really annoyed me, because like I said, I've showed you already some of the sales I've had in clothing. I can sell clothes.
Sorry if I've made you feel like that, but I came out of my way. I bigged you up,
Which I have
so
bigged him up.
much, right? Because you are a genuinely nice person, but it's like me now selling you, I don't know, a bundle of cameras, right? And saying you can make potentially £1,000 off this,
Yeah,
which you could, but they're untested, and then all of them are broke, so you can't make nothing. It's like that. Do you get me? I could literally come to you and you could go through the clothing with me, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's not very good quality. Oh,
I'll
God,
show you in a minute.
That's not very good quality. Oh God, that's not very good quality. Remember when I did the actual reveal of it?
Yeah,
I wasn't really looking at them.
I wasn't looking at them.
I was just showing them, and they are good, but it's the quality. That's the thing. Do you want me to send? I'll send you the pictures of all the items, which are the quality, what I've got to deal with. And you really think I can sell them? I've worked out I've got to make £5.50 to get my money back. So I've got to sell them on Vinted, because that's the only way. But yeah, I'll send you the pictures of all the things which you wouldn't buy. You know, it's hard to sell stuff with rips in, with massive stains all over it. You know.
So that was one, and then I put
the hoodie. Yes, they fetch money, but there is only one other hoodie very similar to that.
This is that
you can search,
one.
and there's not many of them hoodies, so it's very, very niche, right? It's hard to sell one piece of clothing that maybe a handful of people might buy. It's like me trying to sell a very rare toy. It took time and energy to try and sell that toy, but eventually somebody bought it. But
talking about my Transformer, right? Thing,
it's not like that. It's like you did a bundle. This is because if that was a different bundle, I wouldn't be bothered. But it's the same bundle. I got 22 pieces in my bundle.
Yep.
And you got 27 in that.
So more.
If that was my bundle,
more profit.
I'd be laughing. I'd be absolutely laughing. I wouldn't even care if there was a few things, because all that stuff is sought after, every single one. It just felt like it was hand-picked. Like, I'm going to make this video to show my cool stuff I've got. Right? I can do that.
I don't think he'd like that.
I'm being honest with you. And that's the thing. If you don't like honesty,
I don't think he does.
You need to really think about what you really want in, like, YouTube and all this TikTok, because I won't be the only one coming back at you, because there'll be other people, and I'm saying it about that video. That's the thing. There will be other people who will be like, I never got all that. I never got all that. And then you got other people saying, oh, look at that. I'm going to get stuff in like that. And then you're going to get people coming back at you for that. I'm being honest, right? I'm being honest.
So that is all the voice messages, okay? Not shouting. And still, I'm trying to help him out, right? He wants to become a big YouTuber. You know, this is his plan. He wants to become a YouTuber. He's got about 20-something thousand on TikTok. Good following. But he wants to do YouTube. He's got some followers on there already. But like I said, he's got his last video. He's got about just around 200 mark, right? And it's like an hour long. And I told him, I'm not a pro at YouTube. I haven't got millions, but I said, long videos don't work, so on and so on. People get bored, right? The loyal subscribers will probably watch your video. I watched about 20 minutes of it, and then I had to skip it because I knew what it was going to be. It's going to be more repeat stuff, you know, about kilo sales and so on. And he praised me in it. He said, thank you very much. And I say, thank you, Spencer, again. But I don't need followers. I don't need people that you know coming to me. I've got enough. I'm quite happy with my 4,000. Well, it will be 4,000 very soon. I would be quite happy sticking at 4,000 forever, because I know they're very loyal subscribers and they always stick up for me. You know who I'm talking about. You guys, the ones who stick up for me time after time after again against the nasty people who come onto my channel trying to disrupt my channel, trying to do everything to, like, destroy me. Just because I have an opinion, right? I have an opinion because I am the one who's got the voice to protect people like yourself who can get misled by people who can rip you off, sell you fake stuff, so on and so on. And I'm the voice. I'm the one getting all the backlash, and I'm doing it because I want to protect my fans, my loyal subscribers, so they don't get hurt. Because it's horrible when you pick up something and it doesn't work, or you pick up something and it's fake, or you can't make money off it. And some of the people who subscribe to me are really just doing this to earn a bit more money. And the worst thing that you can ever happen is you pick up something and you think, oh, right, I'm gonna use my £10, right, what I saved up or something. I've only got a budget, and then you buy it because you know you could get a bit of money from it, and it doesn't work, and you can't get your money back. It's horrible. Been there, done myself, and it's so frustrating. So he came back saying, okay, John, send me the return address. I'll send it back. Blah blah blah. I don't need advice on any of this, mate. Honestly, I'm sweet. It was nice to meet you. The reality is I preferred the video you saw. The person who we send this to might prefer yours. So basically saying, I'll send it back. They're going to give it to somebody else, or they're going to probably split it up, put the bits in there. I guarantee these ones won't even be going anywhere. They'll be going in a C grade. We sent you a niche items, as we know you are an experienced seller with more understanding. Niche items. Why? You've just said that I wasn't a clothing reseller. So now you're saying I got more experience. I've got experience in all fields. Yeah? Doesn't mean that I can get a load of trash, basically. Feel free to badmouth me on the internet. I'm not badmouthing him. I'm just being honest now. You wanted me to be honest. I'm being honest. That's free for your response. We trust our process and what we have built is fine. But this is the end now. And then he says about sending his email back again. And then he says, I'm wrapped up now, and that's it. Anyway, sorry for the long video, but it has to be done. Then I got the clothing out, and I basically sent a video, like I said, of the quality of the clothing, which I'm going to show you now. And then, surprisingly, some reason I sold a pair of the Adidas camo ones. Very, very suspicious. It feels like, I don't know, I'm not saying it is, but why would something just sell, like, literally, when this was all, like, said? Anyway, nothing more. And as you can see by the little tick, it's been, like, basically, there's just one tick. That means you're blocked. Just to prove on TikTok that I am blocked. Account not found. Right, and this is him, by the way, because if we go Life of Gully, there you go, there's my video, send it to him. Why would somebody block me for having opinion about what I've got and then have an opinion about his video because it misrepresents everything that I got? And I'm probably not the only person, there's probably other people, but they just don't want to have a voice. A lot of people, when they get something, they're like, oh, I can't be bothered now. And the thing is, he wants to give me a refund because he knows what I do. He doesn't want a bad name for himself now. And the thing is, you don't get refunds, right? You don't get refunds usually on these bundles. It's like sold as seen. I know that because I know people have bought bundles. And some people have had absolutely disgusting bundles. And yeah, they gave up. But we're going to show you what the actual items are like. So I'm going to go through them. I'm going to show you. One you might not be able to catch on camera, but I'll try and get it on if I can. So, first of all, we have this. Start off, it's a kid's one. So, there's no value in kids' clothing really that much. Even though it's nice. I do like this. I said to him, I like it. It's a kid's one. The thing is, I've washed this loads of times and I've tried to get it out. I've got all the stuff. Remember, I do clean trainers. I get stains out of trainers to the best I possibly can. So I do know how to get rid of stains, right? But can you see all the markings on there? I hope you're watching, Spencer, because I'm going to show what quality you are actually sending people, right? And the thing is, you'd think he would be sending me probably the best quality possible. It, you know, showing a realistic bundle, but you make sure he would send absolutely A quality stars. Apparently, these are all graded A to C as well. So what would you say that was? Would you buy that? Remember, this is for a kid. So it's up the arm as well. Would you buy that for your kid? No. It's only worth about 10 quid. Anyway, 10 to 12 quid maximum, because it's kids. If it was an adult one, it'd be worth a lot more, but it's a kids one. Kids clothing, you look on the internet, you cannot sell kids clothing for a lot because obviously people don't want to pay it. Anyway, next one. This is the one where you might not be able to see it. Again, kids clothing. It is a size 15 to 16-year-old, just to prove it. Puma, I've got one of these. Mine was about 25 quid. I think 30 quid for an adult. So a kid's one is going to be cheaper, brand new. Probably, I don't know, 20, 25 quid, brand new. So to get some good money for this, I'm not going to get it. White is the worst colour for reselling, because if you got a stain on it, it's no good and it stands out like a sore thumb, and you probably can't sell it unless you sell it for hardly nothing. So on here, I have washed this. This one I have washed loads. Actually, I haven't washed it. My mum washed it. She has washed it loads. It smells absolutely beautiful because it's been like overloaded in like God knows how many products. All the stuff, all the vanish stuff, all the stain remover stuff. I don't know if you can see it. It might be there. You might not be able to see it. The camera might not be good enough to pick it up. But there is one right here. This was covered in stain, so most of it did come out. But there is one here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. It is where the leg is, you know, where the foot is, just to the side of it. You might not be able to catch it, but yeah, it's a grease stain. A grease stain on this, right, it's not worth much anyway. So what? Under a tenner. I've got this on Vinted for £8, and not even one person has gave me an offer. That's how bad it is. The next item, which I was quite excited about, they don't fetch much. Everybody thinks North Face fetch a load. Only certain things on North Face fetch money, like big puffer coats, gilets, stuff like that. These do not fetch money. You can buy one of these brand new for 25, 30 quid. I've got some. Again, white, and guess what? If you get a stain on it, that's it. And what have I got on here? You can see this one when I show you it. That is that annoying, like, rust stain. So I've washed this about, what, 4 or 5 times, and yeah, it's not coming out. That has not even gone lighter. That is worthless. The person who buys North Face, right, you want a bit of street cred from it, yeah? You're not going to buy that bright white t-shirt with a big stain on it. You're just going to get picked on, aren't you? Next one, which I wasn't bothered about because I thought, well, okay then. They were small again. Basically kids. My kid will get into that. And yeah. Bog standard cotton joggers from Nike. Not really worth much at all. I would struggle to sell these for 15 quid, right? Put them on eBay for 15 quid, take off the fees and all the post and packaging, making less than tenner. Put them on Vinted for 15 quid, they will actually send you laughing emojis. But has got a massive hole in it. Literally, look. Stick my finger in it. Look. Is anybody going to buy them? I've actually put a few on the screen of the prices which the standard joggers like this go for. Is that called making money? No. And finally, the one I was really excited about. The reason being, it's an Adidas Originals one, so it's got a bit more money to it. Really nice condition until I actually saw the cuffs when I was taking pictures. And I know this happens with these all the time because I've had ones before when I was younger. And look at that. All frayed. Yeah. If this was the 1980s and 1990s, early 2000s, then yes, okay, they might be buying it because of, you know, the retro style. A good one, you know, with nothing wrong with it, 20, 25 quid, maybe 30 quid if you can push it. How am I going to sell this? Right? Yes, I will sell it. I guarantee if I put this on Vinted for 15 quid, they'll want it. People will snap it up. But then they'll see that and go, nah, they won't want it. So I'll show you all the clothes that are in poor quality. There's 5 there. Plus I had that Adidas really old one, which is on sale on auction for $29.99. I think it's the last day today. And no bids. And that's got a rip on it as well. So, yeah. So take that off. If you really think about, like, I was wanted so much per item, that has made the whole pile devalue even more. And I understand you're not going to get perfect things at these bundle things. I hope you do watch this, Spencer. I don't want to fall out with you. I think it was a bit immature of you blocking me because it looks like you're running away from basically a person that you know will speak their mind. And that's not a true representative of yourself. And I have done a video to basically show my feelings on bundles, not clothing, because I still will buy clothing. I've stated what you've done on that video to what you've gave me. When you've personally met me, is really bad. And I have probably gave you people that I know, subscribers I know, have probably clicked on your site. You've probably got new followers. You've probably got, maybe some people have actually bought something off you, and they might get good ones, but they might not. Nothing compared to that. When you see something that is exactly the same as what you ordered, and the comparison is nowhere near, I mean literally nowhere near, do you really think you have got a leg to stand on and still defend yourself? Spencer, I've got no problems with you at all. And like I said, I'm doing this because you wanted a person with honesty, maybe not in the clothing area, but you have slated me saying I can't really sell stuff because I'm not a clothing reseller. You've seen all the things on the screens. I can sell clothing, but I just don't want to sell clothing. I buy quality clothing. You've basically then blocked me on things. I wasn't gonna do this video at all, right? I wasn't gonna do this video at all. But it's like you've gone on a little hissy fit, cried about it, I'm blocking you. That's very immature. I mean, you only block trolls or people that are being nasty to you. It's like you don't want somebody else's opinion, right? And that is wrong. So, what are you going to do with somebody you don't know anything about? Are you going to treat them like that? Are you going to treat customers like that? That is wrong. You shouldn't be treating customers like that. It feels like, oh well, I've made a quick buck, I'm gone. I don't care about what you say. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm saving the planet because I'm reselling clothing. There's loads of people doing this. You're not the only person who is selling bundles. There is loads of people selling bundles. Every reseller is saving the planet. They are selling stuff which is secondhand, so it doesn't get scrapped and whatever. Don't make out like you are the only one doing it, because you're not. We all are doing what you're doing, right? And to basically slate me saying you are not experienced as a clothing reseller, I could make money out of that. And then basically say, we gave you a bundle which is niche because we know you've got experience. Which one is it? Which one is it? But my final thing I'm going to say is, I'm going to say to obviously people who follow me. If you're in the clothing market, you probably had bundles, you might have not, or you might be thinking about it. Be very careful, because you're not going to get all good items. You might get some to keep you there. You might get a really good bundle item on your first order to make you come back, and then it'll be rubbish, right? I know somebody who never even received a bundle. Yeah. And it took him ages to get the money back. So be very careful. If you are a clothing reseller, coming from somebody who doesn't sell clothing, you're going to make more money going out and handpicking it yourself. You know what you're buying. You can look at the piece of clothing for faults and everything, and it's a lot safer. Bundles are meant to be there to make you more money. A bundle is something which you can make a lot more money than buying things singly. That is the whole point. And when you look at what I've just had for £130, remember, I paid £130 out of my money, right? I'm a single dad, right? £130 for me to spend on clothing is a lot of money. Am I going to get it back? I don't think I will. I hope you do reply to this, Spencer. I don't think you will. I'm not going to send it back because you blocked me on everything. You've literally blocked me on everything. So, yeah, you've got my address, right? You said you're going to send the Jordan ball because he had picked up a Jordan ball. And we all know my son loves basketball. And because when the guinea pig died, he's nice. And he said, I'm going to send you the Jordan ball for your son because, you know, help it cheers him up. But in the end of the day, if I was going to say, is buying a bundle worth it? Should you bother buying one? I would say absolutely not. If a bundle's worth about 30, 40 quid and you can make about 120 quid, buy it. But if you're spending hundreds of pounds on a bundle that you've never seen, you don't know what's coming, you're risking a lot of money. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think, and I will see you again tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.